guys, this is Tarot with Kittens, Weights, and Tarot, and today I get to do another collab video with my homegirl V over at V Love and Crystals. I will link her video down below. So the way our collab videos work is for our, well, usually it's pick a card, but as you can see, my setup is a little different today, but this would technically be considered, I guess, group number 1, group number 2, and group number 3. V is going to be doing 3 piles of cards on her channel. So let's say you went with group number 2 on my channel. You would get the extended message on V's channel. So you could choose her pile number 2, or you could choose, whatever pile you are most drawn to on her channel to get your extended message. Of course, you can listen to all of the messages, and you can listen to all of her messages as well, and kind of, take what most connects with you. For these videos, they do connect with a lot of people, so there may be some things that deeply resonate with you, and some things you're like, I don't think that pertains to me, and that's fine, because if a message is supposed to get out there, we're going to try to reach as many people as possible, and so it wouldn't be so specific that it would just be for one person. In my opinion, I don't think that's how Spirit works. I think Spirit would try to reach as many people as possible to help aid in the healing process. So the topic for today is called Mystery Messages from Spirit. And so V and I were trying to come up with, what could we do to, set up our pick-a-pile reading? So I know that she's going to be using decks of cards. I do have one deck of cards here, but what I'm going to do, which is a little bit different, is I'm going to have a group number 1, group number 2, and group number 3. So for group number 1, I'm actually going to be using my enchanted spell board for a mystery message from Spirit. So I thought that'd be totally cool. I don't bust this out too often, but I always love when I use it because I don't really connect with the energy of like a Ouija board, but this Spirit board just has a really loving, really like comforting vibe to it. So I just thought that would be, pretty rad to use. For group number 2, I do love to scry, and I do have that on my website, in case you wanted a scrying type reading. So I'm going to be scrying with this awesome smoky quartz sphere. And then if you wanted to go with group number 3 for your mystery message from Spirit, I have the Memento Mori deck by Claire Goodchild, and this is a Lenormand and Oracle deck, and it's one that I pre-ordered a long time ago, and I finally received, and I've just been using it nonstop, and I think it has fabulous messages from Spirit. And Wally Walito just showed up, so it's going to be a good reading. Wally, you gonna jump on my lap? Well, he's trying to jump on my lap. Oh, hey Wally. Hey Puma. Let's go ahead and get started. So like I said, don't forget to head over to V's channel. I will link her channel down below. She has tons of good stuff. She has a Patreon. She's totally cool. She has actually a couple of different channels, so I will post both channels, and she also has some Instagram-y goodness, so you definitely want to check that out as well. And before we get started, just wanted to let you guys know that if you wanted to sign up for my newsletter, I have a newsletter. It's free. There, it's just once a month, so I don't spam your inbox or anything, and you can sign up for that through my website, www.kittensweightsandtarot.com. In my revamped newsletter this year, I have like spell DIYs and just fun crafty DIYs. I'm letting people know the decks that I'm using for the month, music I'm listening to, herbs that I'm working with, teas that I'm drinking, all kinds of good stuff. And I just think it's a lot more fun, and I get to utilize basically that creative side of me, the creative writing. And so I really like it. So if you want to sign up, like I said, just head over to my website. Also, on my website, I have my bracelets that I make, room and body sprays, salves, I have readings, I have my Wally's World Oracle, Healing Journey Through Sacred Sites, which was actually created through the help of our community, and it was community funded as well. And if you wanted to throw a little love my way, you can join the KWT tribe over at patreon.com/kittensweightsandtarot. I have a lot of different tiers, and in them I've tried to make them more interactive. I've tried to do more. I love like just doing and creating things for you guys. So in my crystal tier, my crystal patrons, I just like weekly just put out like crystal goodness. I have a monthly crystal grid. I have a tier where I do like monthly readings. There's one where it's like a yearly healing, but I also do like monthly raffles for readings. I have, yeah, there's Patreon only live chats where I do like spell crafting and I do meditations and tarot reading, and I bring my furry boys in, and it's all kinds of good fun. I'm having so much fun with my Patreon group. So and plus they help allow me to do what I do here. They help to support me in that. So all right, without further ado, let's go with group number 1. Okay, so hello, group number 1. So you can see I had to kind of move things out of the way because this is kind of a large board. I had to turn off one of the lights just because there was a lot of glare, and I want you guys to be able to see. So what I usually do, especially if I'm going to do this on camera, because normally if I'm working with this with a client or by myself, I like that I can record what I'm doing so I can go back and actually see like what all the messages were, because I do kind of get into a somewhat meditative state, but I'm going to try my best to be in that meditative state but also be conscious of what I'm doing. So we'll see how I do. I really do feel that there is a lot of spirit energy in the room. So even before I was going to make the video today, because I knew that I was going to make this today, it's like, I don't know, like a alarm goes off to like all of spirit, and they're like, oh hey, there's this girl that's gonna be like talking to spirit, so we're just gonna go like line up and be like, ooh, pick me. And it was kind of like that all day, especially when I was just doing the dishes right now. So okay, so I have my little planchette here, and down below here is actually where you place it. So it's kind of meant to be in this shape. So you place it in the question area, which is back here, just off camera. And what's neat about this is there are keywords, there's trees, there's numbers, there's crystals, there's the yes, no, maybe, yes, no, maybe so, I don't know. There's words kind of around the outer part here. There's colors. We also have zodiacal signs. So there's a lot of stuff going on in this board, which is also why I love it as well. So I'm just asking right now, and I did a little bit of meditation before I actually started this video. I'm just asking for a message that will help whoever is watching now, and I want it to be able to help as many people as possible. So it might be a mixed message where it's meant to help this person, this person, this person, this person. So if all together it doesn't make sense, it's because it's a lot of messages for a lot of different people, and maybe not just one person. So let's go ahead and let's do this. So again, I'm just asking for guidance. Question is, what do you want to pass on to the people that are watching for their best and highest good and for healing and love purposes? We have W. Past. Two. G. Abundance. Y. west. Eight. All right, and back to the start. Okay. Whew. Let me just try to remember what just occurred. Okay, so what I had to do was actually write down everything that happened because, like I said, I'm like kind of in and out of meditative state. So I had to rewatch what I actually said. So I was trying to put everything together. So we had the letter W, the word past, the number 2, the letter G, the word abundance, the letter Y, west, and then we had the number 8. So I'm feeling like you could kind of read it together, and it feels like it's multiple messages. Like I was trying to figure out what it meant. Like it could be a walk past 2 or went past 2, and then for the G I was feeling like the word get. So went past to get abundance, Y, but also yes, west 8. We have the 8 freeway over where I live. There's the East freeway, or East 8, and we have the West 8. So to me, I was like thinking, am I supposed to be thinking of the number 8 and like numerology, what it could mean? Also, I was thinking of infinity, but it was like, no, this is the West 8. Oh, okay. So if I were to just read it as a sentence, went past to get abundance, why, yes, the West 8. So putting that together, that very cryptic message, it seems like maybe if we take the West 8 out of it, like to the message being, and like I said, this is like mixed for like a bunch of people, but walking past 2. So there are 2 opportunities that could be coming up for some of you, and the message from Spirit is to let those not like just let them go, but kind of to walk past them. I mean, to acknowledge them. But it seems like as you go past those 2 opportunities, whatever it is in whatever area that you're thinking of, there is abundance on the other side. It could mean abundance of money, but I'm thinking of more opportunity, more room for growth, and there's just more for you than there would be if you take the first opportunity or the second opportunity. So for Spirit, what they're saying here is to just walk past, or to just go past those first 2 opportunities, and there will be so much more of value to you waiting past those 2 opportunities. And then so for the West 8, so I'm feeling like this could be for me or for people that actually live in maybe San Diego County that know the West 8. Or, I don't know, is there a West or East 8 in maybe one of your other states or cities? So then maybe that makes sense to you too. But where that opportunity lies is in the West 8. So for me, the West 8 would take me directly to the ocean, which is also interesting. Like, do I need to spend more time in the near the ocean, near the water? Is there actually something near there? Mission Beach, Pacific Beach. And also, interpret this if you actually do have an 8 freeway where you live as well. So, just something really interesting, to go past those first 2 opportunities. Take that third. It's going to be very lucrative, maybe not only monetarily, but in terms of just spiritual growth. And perhaps where this opportunity lies, it could be somewhere near the ocean, or it could be somewhere off the 8 freeway, which would be really interesting. So that's kind of specific, actually. All right, so thank you so much, group number 1. I hope that you enjoyed this Spirit message. I was so happy to like bust out my spirit board. I'm like, I love this board so much. So anyway, if you dug this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to click subscribe, and don't forget to click that ding 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 notification bell for more videos just like this. And if you want to catch a reading from me, head over to www.kittenswaitsandtarot.com, where I said I have my newsletters, I have room and body sprays, salves, bracelets, all kinds of good stuff, my Wally's World Oracle, and to head over to my Patreon group, patreon.com/kittenswaitsandtarot, where I have lots and lots of goodies for you guys. And I just love making stuff for people, so you know, definitely check it out. And that's it from me. Peace, love, and chicken grease. Peace out. Don't forget to check out V's channel next. All right, hey, group number 2. If you chose group number 2, you chose a Wally tail and a Wally butt. Hey, Wally. Okay, so he's trying to sit on my lap right now, so I've only got one arm because I'm kind of holding Wally with my other arm. Okay, so group number 2. Like I said, don't forget to check out V's channel, V Love and Crystals. She's got the kind of extended part of your reading, so you don't necessarily have to choose her group number 2 with this group number 2. You know, if you feel called to her group 1 or group 3, or maybe all of them, you know, you figure out how you would like to receive your message. You know, I feel that it's not just a passive way of receiving messages, but you also have to input a little bit of your own intuition, kind of figure out, you know, where do I feel like my message could be coming from. So it's a little bit of both. It's a little bit of us, it's a little bit of you. It's a little bit of Monica in my life. It's a little do. Okay, no mambo number 5. Okay, so what is the mystery message that Spirit has for you? So like I said, I like to do some scrying, and this is the main thing that I use for my scrying. It's not what I use 100% of the time, but I'd say like 95% of the time. This is what I use. It's a gigantic, heavy, smoky quartz crystal ball. So I love it for all of its inclusions, because it's kind of like when I say scrying, it's kind of like looking at clouds in the sky. You know how you look at clouds and you're like, oh, you know, I can kind of see a bird, I see a dinosaur. It's kind of like that, you know, as I'm looking at the inclusions in here, I'll start to see certain images. And I just ask that what I see is coming for everybody's best and highest good. And then I kind of put them all together for a message. So that's what I'm going to be doing. Wally, I kind of need both hands, because that weighs like, this probably weighs like probably almost like 12 pounds, 13. I don't know, it's kind of heavy. So I need both hands. Wally toe. I need both hands. He's like, that's okay. I'm just gonna like put my claws in your thighs. Oh, that's so sweet of you. Okay, so mystery message. What does Spirit have for you? Okay, so right away I see a woman jumping for joy. That's interesting. I'm also kind of seeing like a ship that you would see on Star Trek, like Star Trek: The Next Generation. It's whose ship would that be? It's like a Klingon ship. Interesting. Jumping for joy. And Klingons were always seen as like really primal, kind of scary folk, except for Lieutenant Worf. He was cool. Okay. Running away. I know, Wally, it's hard to get comfy. Butterfly wings. And like a crystal at the top of a pyramid. Okay. Kind of feel like that's the message. Okay, so like I said, we had a woman running away. I kind of saw, or sorry, a woman jumping for joy. And then we saw kind of like the Klingon ship. There was somebody who was running away, but then we saw butterfly wings, and at the top of the pyramid, a crystal. So, sorry, like I said, I'm trying to hold Wally at the same time. Okay, so this message from Spirit, I'm feeling like either this is to come or this has already happened, and it's just acknowledging that things are meant to happen in the way that they did, so that this this next thing I'm gonna tell you about was about to occur. Okay, so the woman jumping for joy, either something really exciting just happened, like you just graduated from somewhere, or you're gonna be graduating from somewhere, or you just got a job, at a place that you were really looking to get a job at, but some exciting news, something great has happened. Then you get this shakeup. It's not really a tower, but it's like a shakeup. Like I said, when we think of Klingons, we think of like the rough and rowdy, very primal, very alpha machismo kind of stuff, right? So it's like this energy, or even a person, kind of threw a wrench basically in our gears. So it's like we were on this high, we're at the top of the wheel, right? Like the Wheel of Fortune in tarot. And then these people come by and they're totally bringing us down by just making things so difficult. So what Spirit is saying is not to run away from that, though. Not to be like, oh, see, like every time something good happens, something bad has to happen. And just to not be in that mindset, because when we're in that mindset, we go into a fear mindset. And the fear is that every time something good happens, something bad is going to happen. And therefore, we do not allow great things to come into our lives, because there's always that fear that, that's something bad, and of course, we can't have, perfect lives, because we wouldn't know the light and the dark, the good and the bad, the yin and the yang, so it's the don't run away from it, because there is a transformation. I got that with the butterfly wings, a transformation to take place because of that, so you're on this high, everything's great. And instead of running away from the problem, the person, the energy, is to try and learn from it, so that basically you can gain your wings, your newly transformative wings. So there is a lot to learn about the situation. So don't run away from the situation. It's being gifted to you. It probably doesn't feel like a gift, but it's being given to you for a purpose, so that you can grow as a person. And the very last thing I saw was the pyramid with the crystal at the top. So to me, that was kind of like, well, I love pyramids. Finally being able to see things from a different perspective, from a higher perspective, because you have changed and you did allow yourself that ability to grow. But if you don't allow yourself that growth because you run away in fear, you won't be able to look down on all of it and say, okay, so that's what that was for. And wow, I've learned a lot about this, and I'm going to take this, I'm going to take that to the next level. Okay, so that is your message from Spirit, is, if this is pertaining to you, like I said, it may not hit everybody, but if you feel like, something really good in your life has happened, and now it's like, whoa, where'd this thing come out of left field? Please, please, please don't run away from it. It's been placed there for a reason. And the universe, I don't ever feel has any sort of ego like we do. There is no malicious intent. It's all there for our benefit. And yeah, so it's just, I'll just leave it at that. So, all right. Don't forget to head over to V's channel so you can get your extended reading. I think it's going to be great because she's going to be doing cards. So oh wow, there's like a Wally tail just like flapping around in here. So, I would like to see what the cards would say going along with this. That's just pretty rad. So anyway, definitely go head over to her channel. Like I said, I have her link down below. And if you want to catch a reading from me, maybe a scrying reading, head over to www.kittensweightsandtarot.com, where you can sign up for my newsletter with all my awesomeness. Get my Wally's World, my Wally's World Oracle. Hey, think about throwing a little love over at patreon.com/kittensweightsandtarot, where I get to do even more stuff, you know, than I do here on YouTube, but it definitely affords me to do what I do, and I'm very happy making stuff for you guys. So definitely go check it out. All right. So if you dug this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to click subscribe. Don't forget to click that ding, ding, ding notification bell for more videos just like this. And I'll catch you spiritual homies later. Peace, love, and chicken grease. Peace out. Right. Hey, group number 3. If you chose group number 3, you went with the Memento Mori Oracle, the Lenormand Oracle deck created by Claire Goodchild. All right, so after this reading, don't forget to head over to V's channel and choose her pile number 1, number 2, or number 3 to kind of get your extended reading. So like I said before, there's probably going to be multiple messages coming through, so all together they may not make much sense, but I do believe Spirit will try to put as many messages out there as possible to help as many people as possible. I wouldn't think that there would be any benefit of exerting all that energy to come onto our plane, give a message, and make it only for one person. I think it's meant for multiple people. All right, so I'm just going to go ahead and shuffle these cards. And let's see what a mystery message Spirit has for us. I really was enjoying doing scrying with the last group. And using my spirit board. So, and it's just so interesting, the energy is always different, you know, depending on the tool that I'm using. So anyway, I just thought I'd throw that out there just because it's interesting observation. All right. We have the viewing table. The cup. I'm just going to pull a few cards here. Wreath. Offerings. And horseshoe. Okay. Let's put these together. Viewing table, cup, wreath, offerings, horseshoe. Okay, so here's the message that I'm getting. With the viewing table, I don't know, well, obviously, you know, for all the people that watch this, you guys probably all have a bunch of different occupations. There might be a ton of different hobbies that you guys do, a plethora of hobbies. And with the viewing table is I'm really getting a feel that you guys need to start tooting your own horn. Really start letting people know what it is that you do. And again, this could be hobbies, I don't know, you sing in the shower, I don't know, just letting people in, getting to know you a little bit more. I know that oftentimes we tend to clam up. I mean, not all of us, some of us are very extroverted, but even those that are extroverts, I think sometimes it's very natural to put up a wall of defense around people that we don't know, especially if you are, you know, in the public eye or you talk to large groups of people. But I'm just seeing that it's okay to, I mean, you don't have to expose your entire life and let everybody know like every little ditty about you. But do highlight when you're really proud of yourself with things that you've done. So whether you are telling this to your friends, maybe to people that you've just met, like, hey, did you know that, you know, like let's say that was me. Did you know that in the past year I've been able to sing in 2 operas and they were at the same time and it was totally crazy. And it's not to, I know sometimes we might feel like we're, I don't know, somehow putting other people down by talking about ourselves. So we play small in order to rise, you know, make other people rise. But you could, you know, bring other people into the conversation with that. So, you know, like, let's say I was talking about, you know, my opera, like, did you know that I did 2 operas at once in this past year and it was crazy, you know, but that's something that I always wanted to do. What did you always want to do when you were a kid? You know, and they might be like, I don't know, like, I always wanted to be a cowboy, you know? So I'm like, well, have you ever thought about like maybe working part-time on a ranch? There are a lot of volunteers who sometimes help out with horses and things like that. So that's how you can bring people, into that. So I think just like highlighting more of yourself and the things that you think really shine about you. And that's going to end up filling up your cup, but also filling the cup of other people. So it just feels good. And I would probably even put money on that there are certain parts of our brain that light up when we talk well of ourselves, and when we boost ourselves up. So emotionally, that would definitely fill us up, but also mentally as well. And also by bringing people in and not just talking all about yourself, but saying, hey, what about you? Get them into the conversation. That helps to fill their cup up as well, because then, people love when people take a vetted interest in them, And so with this wreath, I'm getting not really the in loving memory, but more like the olive wreath, or not the olive wreath, yeah. Kind of getting like that victory wreath that you would see in the Six of Wands. And I don't know why laurel wreath, or this is what happens when I speak with spirit and then like all my vocabulary goes out the window, or maybe it's just because I hang around high schoolers all day. It could be the latter. All right. So yeah, I just kind of see this victory wreath, like that is the way to go. And then the offerings, more I'm seeing this as like, what are you doing for yourself? I'm kind of seeing this whole thing as like kind of being like a self-love message from spirit, as what are some of the things that you're doing to like let's say you are a god or you are a goddess, what would you offer yourself for the wonderful things that you do? Just like I know some of you do work with gods and goddesses. Many of you are witches, and many of you, have, varied practices where you do offerings and things like that. So when you feel like a god or goddess or entity or god, or as in, like the god, or Mother Mary, or, whoever it is, when you feel like they've helped something happen in your life, what offerings do you give them? Do you give them prayer? Do you give them thanks? Do you leave out candies for them? What is it that you do? Now put that into the reverse. You've done something really awesome. What can you show yourself that you are thankful and grateful for what you have done? It's kind of an interesting point of view, isn't it? I've actually never thought of that, and this reading is actually helping me think of that. So that's pretty cool. So what would you do to show appreciation and thanks for allowing yourself to shine like that, basically? And with the horseshoe, I'm getting like that is what you're meant to do. That is the good luck. That is the good thing, is to, definitely this is all just about letting yourself shine a little bit more often, but also helping to let others shine at the same time. You're never dimming anybody else's light by letting yours shine brightly. Like think of these two candles here. If I were to pick up this candle, which I don't want to tilt it because all the wax is going to fall out, but I met it with the flame of this candle, this flame right here would not extinguish this flame. The flame would only combine to make it brighter. That's the metaphor I'm trying to talk about here, okay? So we help other people out. So don't belittle yourself. Don't talk small. Don't try to make what you've done seem less important than anybody else. Everybody's got something great about them. And you can help other people express themselves by you expressing yourself. Okay, and don't forget to give yourself a little thanks. There's nothing vain or, about saying thank you to yourself, because hey, thank you. Sometimes the things that we do are really hard for us. Like, some people have a fear of really opening up to people. And if you, get past that a little bit just to open up to others, like that's huge. That's a big deal. So, how would you congratulate yourself for that? So anyway, this was an interesting read. That was cool. So anyway, I hope you guys dug this video. Don't forget to head over to V's channel so that you can get that extended reading. And yeah, I will catch your spiritual homies later. If you want to catch a reading for me, head over to www.kittensweightsandtarot.com. You want to throw a little love my way? Think about joining that KWT tribe over at patreon.com/kittensweightsandtarot, where I am just having so much fun doing stuff for you guys over there, like making it full of stuff, you know, that you guys would enjoy. And yeah, I guess I will catch you next time. Peace, love, and chicken grease. Peace out. All right, V, if you're still watching this bonus reading at the end, this one is for you. I, of course, am using my Wally's World Oracle, and I've actually paired it with my Santa Muerte Tarot. So yeah, I'm looking for a particular spirit message for V. So I'm asking that the message that come through be for her best and highest good. She's a totally awesome person, so I'm just going to bathe her energy in bright white high vibrational light and unconditional love. So let's see what spirit has for you. So let's give my Wally's World a shuffle. I'm just going to pick one card from this deck. All right. Okay, so this particular card is from out in the UK, taken by my friend Cosmic Creeper. And I'm going to pull 3 cards from my Santa Muerte Tarot. We have Temperance. Temperance, water. It's kind of interesting. All right. We have the Moon. All right, so we have 2 majors. That's interesting. And then we have the King of Wands. All right, so I'm going to move this off to the side here. Okay. Message for V. Message for V. Okay. The energy that's coming through, I do feel like there is a male energy that's coming through, a very dominant male. I kind of feel was like head of the household, kind of almost even held the family together, kind of the way we feel that the matriarchs hold the family together, like at least in my family, like my grandmother and my nana, so both grandmas, they kind of like held the whole family together, and I kind of feel like without them, things have, well, obviously they've changed and they're a lot different. So I kind of feel like this person in your family was the one who kind of held everybody together. And what they're saying now, this particular energy coming through with this very like serene water, and then the Temperance, and then we have water again with the Moon, which is just really interesting. I'm feeling like what this energy is trying to say is that you don't need somebody who is there to tell you how to live your life. You know, I kind of liked it. I put it in my perspective. I liked it when my grandmother was there, and it's like, you know, they kind of like prompted you to do things and kind of like guided you towards things. And then when they're not there, you kind of feel like that guidance is gone. And so what this energy is saying is that the guidance is not gone. They merely help to guide what they already knew was what was within you. So in essence, you were guiding yourself. They were just nurturing that along. So if you feel like you're a little bit lost, or you feel like, you know, I just want somebody to be there to kind of like hold the ship together. I need help. I need guidance. They're saying, you got it. You have the intuition. You have the guidance. You just need to do a little bit of alchemy here. And the little bit of alchemy is just to have a little bit more trust in yourself. And you'll see, it's like without the trust, we can't follow through with the intuition. You know, you need both. And then when you do finally have the trust, it feels like the intuition just flows so much more smoothly. You know, so the intuition's there. It's just kind of how you want to deal with it. Do you want to feel like you can't trust it, you know, 100%, or do you, you know, feel a little shaky, like you need that guiding hand, or Are you gonna start really, really trusting it more, you know, and not second guessing or asking somebody else, you know, if you know X or Y is correct. So yes, V, that is your message from Spirit. I hope you enjoyed this, and thank you so much for allowing me to collaborate with you once again. I love you so much. Mwah! And I will talk to you later. All right. So peace, love, and chicken grease, my homegirl. Peace out.